My name's Kristen Stodghill. I work for Pacebutler, and I purchase company-issued cell phones.
All right, well, I appreciate you, Vicki, and I hope you have the best Halloween ever.
So I call companies and purchase cell phones like after upgrades or if something gets damaged, that sort of thing. And I'm from Michigan, and I was born in Florida, and then I'm from Michigan and California with divorced parents. And I flew back and forth, just traveling to and from, back and forth. I lived with my mom sometimes, lived with my dad sometimes, and I graduated in San Diego at Patrick Henry High School. My first day at Pacebutler, I was with a friend, and we just laughed all day, basically. Because Brad introduced me to Pacebutler, and he's like, you should work at Pacebutler. And I'm like, well, why? And he's like, you buy cell phones. I'm like, buy cell phones? Like, what are you talking about? And so I didn't even get it the first day I was here. And then when I actually was starting to get it, I just started crying. And like for the first month I started working here, all I did was cry. People would hang up on me, I'd cry. So, and I made $8 an hour starting out here, you know, and I've moved up a few times at this company, and yeah, they like to keep me around, so there's that. Well, when I met my first husband, I was like 20 years old, and I met him in Oklahoma. We were together for a few days, and then I decided, well, this is the one. So he moved back to California with me, only knowing me like a few days, right? And then he had a CDL, Class A CDL, so we drove in a semi, an 80-footer, and we traveled all across the United States for like around 3 years until I got pregnant with my first kid. And then I was a stay-at-home mom up until 2015, and that's when I decided to get sober. So this is really the first like real job that I've ever had, and yeah, that's why I try to work as hard as I can, the best as I can, and just want to make everyone here proud. And it's not even about the money, really, you know. It's nice because I am a single mom, you know, of a 2-year-old. So, but I just want to do good at my job. I like to be behind a camera. I don't like to be in front of it. It makes me super uncomfortable. One thing that I've always loved to do is photography. And one of the first dates that me and Jesse went on was a date to take pictures. And it was really cool. And it was 35 millimeter. And so we used like 35 millimeter cameras and stuff, and it was just like, and we were both really broke, and so it was just like really cool. And he introduced me to photography and what that looks like at like a semi-professional level. And then as I moved up at Pacebutler and got a little bit more money, I got into digital photography, and yeah, he taught me a lot about photography, and like that's just one thing I love to do, and one thing I love to do with Jesse. And I don't like to do things I get paid for because it's just not inspiring to me that much. Like, I have to be inspired to get a really good shot, I think. And sometimes when I get paid, I mean, some things inspire me, but really I just have to be inspired. And I love photography. I've been sober on January 3rd. It'll be 6 years. Just to like give like a little bit of like a backdrop. I mean, like, sobriety is like a big part of my life, and there's so much that I've been able to do and stay sober. Like, I lost my husband in March, so there's that, and I was able to like stay sober through that and I went to grief counseling. Kathy, so she lost her husband. She works here too. She's been a really big help. And Pacebutler, you know, as soon as my husband died, Brad called people, and there was people at my house within like 20 minutes. And people didn't leave my side at all. This company has given me time off to go spread my husband's ashes. And I've been like on a journey to like find myself again.
We made it, Jesse. We're in New York City. I never thought this would happen, but it did. And I'm super grateful.
And they've just been right beside me every step of the way, whatever that looks like. And I haven't been the best employee or the best friend or the best human, really. And they just have loved me throughout the whole thing. And I'm just in love with this company. I love Pacebutler. I love what they've done for me and my family. And I'm just really grateful. And it's just, you know, I think pain is love and beauty, and pain and beauty is love. And like, I don't know, life is just an experience, and definitely along for the ride.
This is our last day here, and I think that I got to accomplish everything that I wanted to. I got to spread my husband's ashes in Times Square and Central Park and at the museum, of course, by 2 of Van Gogh's paintings, of course. I was so scared to walk through these streets by myself, and I did it. And the sense of freedom and peace that I've gotten from that is indescribable, and I'm so grateful, and there aren't enough words to express my gratitude, and I have not taken for granted any minute of this trip. I know how precious it is, and it's been the most beautiful experience of my life, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful I got to document all of it.